You know what I'm seeing with my clients and their kids? It's very common, I think, to be invited to now it's like everyone's included. And they are exhausted. They're exhausted. The parents are exhausted. Their children are exhausted. And they're like, we're just saying no to a good amount of stuff unless our children are like letting the children actually decide, which I think is nice.
Like, how do you feel about this? Do you want to go?
Is this your best friend? You know, when
Yeah.
we were little, we had birthday parties and it was like 6 people. Yes. Sometimes we left some of the class out, but it was
That's all of my class
it
out.
was an intimate, right?
Yeah. It was always like 5, 6 people.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Right.
You'd go to the roller rink.
Yes.
That was my favorite.
Right. Yeah.
Was doing birthday party at the roller rink.
Right. Kids, you guys are missing them.
Yeah.
We used to roller skate,
birthday party. But it was I could pick who I wanted.
Right.
Now, granted, I was also a different person. Like, even as a kid, I had a very select few friends. Right. So I didn't have tons of friends, but there was never that pressure to invite the entire class.
Right. Or like, and it's not about inviting the entire class. It's about what you think you should do and what you should do to make sure that you have healthy boundary. If you are too tired, you don't go. If you're just like, the other thing is intuition, I think. So like sometimes intuition is just like, you're not supposed to go here. You listen to that. I feel
it's those gut reactions. And I think that's true. Like that gut feeling, that gut, just the thought, whatever, it's always right. It's always right.
Mm-hmm. And you listen to it.
And if you choose not to listen to it, that's okay too. But, start to pay attention to that. Like if you had that reaction, if you had that thought and you still went and did, how did you feel after? And then just you curb your decisions after that.
Yeah.
Because I choose to go to my holidays and not say anything. But then it got to a point where I'm like, no, like I need to take care of myself first.
Self first. Yeah. And so I guess we have a couple of categories. Choosing to just not go and like be in contact with your family. That's totally fine because you can have friends and that are your family. I do believe that. Yep. Right.
Yep.
And you evolve. So things are different. And then there's this, if you are going to go to a family function, family holiday party, preparing yourself. So making sure leading up to it, you're not in all the chaos of the text messages and the phone calls or the who's having Thanksgiving this year and
potential drama.
So did it that year. And like, I want to do this and I want the kids to do that. It's like, babe, let's just eat. Thanksgiving is my favorite because there's no responsibilities. You just eat food and there's no pressure. Christmas,
there's a lot of
I know reasons why I don't care for Christmas. It's so much pressure.
Yeah.
There's so much pressure. But yeah, the having and potentially setting boundaries like the year before. Hey, next year we're not going to host. Hey, next year we're going on a cruise. Hey, right?
Yeah. I have friends that have chosen to do cruises for Christmas now.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I don't want to deal with the family.
Right.
And not deal with the family, just the chaos of and the stress of the holiday.
And I am seeing this thing of like how do you say that? Like macro family, like just your immediate family you're doing more with instead of doing it with the extended families. So like, families will take them and the kids on, like go on the cruise or take a vacation.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Which is totally fair. I think is cool.
Yeah.
As long as you're eating good food.
Yeah. I think it's important so I think thinking about the holidays that are coming up, have you been triggered in the past? What are those things that have triggered you? Just kind of reflect a little bit and take a second to think through what it is that you may or may not have liked. Also, there's a lot of people that just love the holidays and they love that chaos and they just dive head first and don't even care. Like they're just like, "Woo, this is a good time." But a lot of us are triggered. I think there was something else that it just dawned on me. One of the pieces that I do remember, it was through therapy leading up to one holiday. I was stressing about it and I told my therapist about it. And she's like, what are your expectations?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So my expectation was always been that Hallmark type of holiday, right? So think about your perfect, like any of those shows, any like a show or a commercial where everybody's super happy and just loving and dead, dead, dead. And she finally says, she's like, that's not real. She's like, that is made up for TV. Sometimes that's just how it is for some people, but sometimes it is just, it's a stressful time and it's okay if your situation is that. I remember her telling me that and feeling like, okay, my holiday doesn't actually have to be perfect. I don't have to have these, I had these crazy expectations of everybody holding hands and like singing songs around the Christmas tree kind of thing. And that just wasn't what I was feeling. I didn't feel that. And I didn't, because there was a sadness and a,
Yeah.
like,
So like you judging and like judging that it wasn't
self judgment also on it. Like, oh, I'm not meeting these expectations. So letting go of those expectations and thinking through like every day is a new day and it's just a day. Ultimately, it's just a day and an opportunity to hang out with your family, friends, whoever, share a meal and presents and whatever, and go home. Because tomorrow you're going to wake up and it's just going to be another day.
You know what? That's such a great way to look at it because I think back in the day we used to dress up for holidays and now it's just
I'm not, yeah,
no.
I'm going to just wear sweatpants.
And like maybe a pretty girl shirt, but like stretchy pants or
Right.
because we're just legit. It's like another Sunday at,
It's just a day.
yeah,
It's
with
just
extra
another day.
food, with extra food, right? Oh, wow. I didn't even think of it like that.
Mm.
That's a good one. And it's, yeah.